Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian welcoming you back to Madden NFL 19 with the Cleveland Browns. The 7-8-1 Cleveland Browns, I want to say, which was ironically the actual record of the Cleveland Browns last year. Let's see. I finished the year. If we check the standings, we can find out. Yeah, I think we literally, 7-8-1, which is actually how the Browns finished last year. So that's fun. We're still struggling to build a quality offensive line. We're still struggling to let Baker just throw bombs all over the field. When you think about negotiations, no. You can go away. How much would the franchise tag? Oof, no. I think we just let these people leave, and then maybe try to pick up a good free agent or two. Yeah, I'm not going to re-sign any of those guys. Not worth it. Alright, sign free agents. We have $9 million in cap room. Is there anyone we can cut to alleviate this cap problem? Does anyone have, like, this giant cap figure? Give me the salaries tab. Okay, sort by cap hit. You gone, my friend. I am not spending that much money. For a player that's not that good. How is Darbo overpaid? Like, holy shit. Really, the biggest cap savings would be Jarvis Landry. Do I commit full time to the full? Do I go full throttle into the rebuild and trade Jarvis Landry for a first rounder? Would anyone give me a first rounder? I think is maybe the better question. How good is your first rounder? 12th. Okay. They won't do it for that. Does anyone desperately need a wide receiver? Broncos. Ugh. I'm not going to trade for the 30th round draft pick. That's a bit silly. Pretty much everyone wants Jarvis Landry. The problem is no one's going to want to give me a first rounder for him. And I'm not going to take a second rounder for him. I definitely am going to want a first. Oh, poor Steelers. I think Roethlisberger retired. Yeah, you know what? It's a low first round pick, but I'll take it. And now I've got cap room to make some moves. Okay. Yeah, my actual cap room is about 30 million. Oh. A great outside linebacker who's 26. I'm going to kick up your salary a bit. I'm going to kick up your signing bonus too. I want to blow your mind. I'm just ahead of the Jets. Okay. Let's advance a week. Alright, Chubb has not signed with anyone yet, has he? Someone else signed him? Those little shits. I'm not bringing back Duke Johnson. Absolutely not. Okay, let's look at wide receivers. Ratings. Oh, your speed is terrible. John Ross, come to the Browns. Alright. Yeah, we need to scout the shit out of linebackers now, because we need to pick one with our first round pick. Did I get all the good middle linebackers too? I'm going to put you on my draft board. None of the left outside linebackers are really worth it. I can always shift people around, but yeah, that was I have so many cornerbacks, you guys. So many corners. I know what I wanted to do. Who's got really good combine stats that I haven't scouted yet? You didn't go to the combine. Shame on you. I mean, a really good strong safety would be nice. But it's also a position of luxury, and we really need to be drafting for need, at least in the beginning of the draft here. Anyone with a 7.0 comp, 6.5 or higher is going to get scouted. This is a really good year for corners, actually. Which is ironic, because I got shit tons of corners this year. Could be. We gotta draft a linebacker in the first round. I'd even have to consider trading up, actually. Because I don't want to get left out in the cold without getting a great linebacker in the draft. Do we trade up? Like, what do I seriously have in terms of picks? First of all, okay, what is the standing look like? Who was bad this year? Besides me. Bills, 49ers, Jets, and Bucks. Ideally, I want to trade up into the top 10. Let's talk to the Jets. What if I offer you 29, 45, and a second rounder next year? No. I really just need to move up into the top 10 though, because I doubt anyone besides me is going to jump on a linebacker like that. Would you take this deal? Yes. Okay. That moves me up pretty damn well in the first round, and I didn't give up a lot. That should ensure that I get one of those two linebackers. I may very well have actually overtraded, but I'm willing to do that. Okay, we got Ross, which is great. I really wanted him quite a lot. Are there good players left to have? Ronald Jones would be a good back to pair with what we've got. He doesn't want a lot of money either. And no one else has made him an offer. Let's try it. Now, what's really going to piss me off is if these two of these guys go in the top 5. Oh, there's one really great right outside linebacker. And what round order do we think? We think he's early. Shit. He looks like he's going to be an awesome linebacker. I can't do it. I can't trade again. I can't. I'll just take the best I can get. Look who skipped the combine, you jerk. I mean, I could always grab a guy like Corey Birmingham and just kick him to the outside if I had to, but I really want that outside linebacker if he's available. Alright, we'll just have to hope I get lucky. Who else do we want to scout? What other positions do we need depth at? I need another free safety. Let's scout them all. Because the free safety is not going to start this year. He's going to be around... kind of in the back seat. Did I get my other player? I did. Alright. There's a lot of physical freaks in this draft at corner. Nobody better touch my fucking linebacker, that's all I gotta say. I got two pretty solid pieces to the offense now. I've got a lot more speed than I had before.
The Bills are now on the clock.
All right, Bills, don't you dare touch either of my
The Browns
linebackers.
are now on the clock.
Okay, the middle linebacker just went. Did the outside linebacker go? Please say no. Please say no. Please say no. He's still here. Okay, the trade was worth it.
The Bears are now on the clock.
This is what we wanted. Really good speed, good tackler, great hitter. I like it. And I've still got another pick. Do we trade down? Do I trade down? That's actually not a terrible idea. Alright, well, who's left that I've scouted? Look, as much as I could use some of these players, I think we trade down. I'm gonna trade down. Fuck it. Really? This is the best you're getting me? Second, third, seventh next year? At least it's a first next year and a fourth. Yeah, you know, let's trade down. Let's get a first rounder next year.
Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here.
The Chargers are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
Another left end actually sounds like a really smart pick.
The Bills are now on the
I
clock.
reached a bit for him, but he fits where I wanted him to fit. And it gives us a bit more depth.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock.
He was a really good pick, actually. Look at that speed. He's got good speed. He's going to be a good one. Skip to my next pick.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Make my selection. Tavares Amundsen.
The Bills are now on the clock.
Oof. He's got the speed I wanted. I guess that's something. We're getting faster. That's for darn
The
sure.
Browns are now on the clock.
Are there any good offensive linemen left? Yeah, I know my entire draft board's gone. Let's take Corey Conwell.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
It wasn't much of a reach. He's got real good strength and pretty good pass blocking. I think he'll be a nice little boost to the team. I gotta remember to grab a free safety. I'm gonna take whatever the best free safety left in the draft is for this pick. Because I wanted to back up. Wow, really? We're already at that point in the draft? Shit. I'll just take one with my 7th rounder. I think I've got like 2 of them, don't I? How many centers do I have? 2. I'll take another center.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Oof, he actually kind of sucks. That's alright.
The Browns are now on the clock.
I'll take you, Devin Monroe.
The Chargers are now on the clock.
Everything is going to hinge on how good Plummer is. I gave up a fair bit of capital to get him. But we needed an excellent starting linebacker, and I think we got one. Is there a left outside linebacker I can shift over? No, we're actually just really short on linebackers. Damn. We probably have a bit too many corners. Alright. I'm not going to move anyone this year. Let's kick ahead a year to the preseason. I'm not going to improve my quarterback. We all know that. And there's not enough of an improvement available. He's got a lot of strength. Actually, PJ Hall sounds like he'd be a really good fit. Let's sign a good... Ooh. Hi, Nick Perry. That's fine. Huh, Jabril Peppers got better. Who got hurt? No one's super important. Oh, we need to sign people to the... Actually, I'll wait till the next week. And we're losing in the preseason. Who cares? Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut him. I've got 8 receivers, and you're not that great. We will cut back. I don't really need 7 corners. Alright, you know what? This year, we're gonna go just for 8 wins. Alright. Ooh, who's returning from injury? Oh, Philip Dorsett. I didn't even know he was hurt. Shows how much I know. Alright, depth chart. We got the 3 QBs this year, which is good. Yeah, we're not super great off at running back, but we'll get better once Bulla is healthy. Fullback is fine. I'm going to have John Ross be the starting receiver in hopes that he'll get targeted more. And then Arminson can fill in there. There's a lot more speed on this roster now. I feel a little better about our ability to throw bombs than we were even last year. We've got a lot more deep threats. Alright. A tight end is fine. Well, you know what? We do need another captain, don't we? And Joku's been here forever. He can be a captain. Damn it. I screwed up. Alright. Right now what we've got is we've got a lot of players that are right around the same talent level. I just need 1 or 2 of you guys to start breaking out so that I can build the rest of the team around you. Alright, there's Rodgers. He might be ready for the prime time in a couple of years. Also, let's get Rodgers in some reps at DT. Oh, this is an interesting decision. More speed for Gentry, but Fitzgerald's a better tackler. I'm gonna play Fitzgerald. I actually do quite like Nick Perry as a 1-year stopgap here. We need to upgrade a bit at corner now. Alright, we good. Okay. I think that's what we'll work on, focus on the draft. Because it seems like it's maybe not easy, but at least doable to get really athletic corners. And I want to make sure that that's an important position for us. Until we get the rock solid front 7 that we need a lot of help on the defensive side of the ball. Yeah, the offense just needs more experience. We really just have to be patient with this offense because there's a ton of talented players here. They just need time to develop, especially this offensive line. Because I think if we could get a few guys into the 80s, we'll be really solid. we got a weekly award. Not that it matters because we lost the game, but Agba got 3 sacks. Nice. We really want a power rusher here now. I'm just going to let him stay where he is right now, but we are going to need a bit more athleticism. This is true. Okay, beating the Bengals matters a lot. Alright, so let's scout some college players. Alright. Corner, left outside linebacker. Ooh, this is a really good draft for left outside linebackers. Well, it's very top heavy. Looks like there's 3 really great linebackers, and then everyone else is kind of meh. Okay, definitely gonna keep scouting them. Who wants new contracts? Joel Bitonio and Emmanuel Ogba. That's a tough sell. I think we have to keep Bitonio. I think he's got us over a barrel this year. I got a lot of cap room. Shit. Since I have so much cap room, I'm just going to go ahead and re-sign Ogba, too. He wants more money. Of course he does. Damn it. Buccaneers cleaned our clocks. Oh, look, this is also a really good draft for defensive tackles, too. So we'll pay some attention to that. Oh god, this is a really not that great draft class. Okay. I want to lock you down for a few years. I'm gonna kick your salary up to $4.5 million a year. I'm gonna give you a $2 million a year bonus. Got it. That's good stuff. I'll kick your salary up a bit, but I'm not gonna give you a huge amount. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, the 80s are going to get locked up, or people at really key positions, but everyone else I'm not going to bother with. Who's hurt? Please don't be someone important. Nobody really. Damn it, Ross. We can still beat the Bengals, so I guess that counts for something. Oh, damn, look at the big game Jones had. That's awesome. Get some upgrades going on for Joe Schobert. He doesn't actually want that much money. I think he's a really good risk. Dude, I'm not gonna pay through the nose for a fucking punter. You can go to hell if you think that's gonna happen. I'm just looking only for the first round level talents. Can we beat the Saints? We can. This puts us in a really kind of an interesting spot. I think we're at 3-2 this year. We're entering the bye early this year. I can sweeten this slightly. I'd rather actually give you more signing bonus. He wants more money a year. I'm just gonna flat give you what you think is fair. He wants to make more money. Buttholes all need to stop asking for money. I find it odd that someone would want a possession receiver in the first round. Maybe that's just me, though. Bye week is done. John Ross. Start the backup. And I definitely want more running backs that have good talent sets. Have we actually reached the point where we might actually want to consider a different scheme offensively? Or are we still about as good as we're going to get with the 73? We're alright. Okay. So we got Schobert back. I got DJ Short. I'm gonna let both of you jerks walk. I'm not spending money on 30-plus-year-old quarterbacks. You know what? I'll give you a 3-year deal, and I'll give you a little bit more each year just so you stop bugging me. There you go. Done. Okay, we got Bulla back, and I think that's going to be a huge shot in the arm for this offense. Because now we've got the 2 backs that we really want. Can we defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers? Oh, that was close. What did this one come down to? So I've beaten the Bengals twice, and I've beaten the Steelers once. I probably have the lead in the AFC North right now. I just outgained him, like, flat out. Oh, Pittsburgh's got Andy Dalton now. That's hilarious. A nice game back for Bulla. A very good game for Short. can't figure out why Rose isn't getting the ball. Or not Rose. Who's that receiver? John Ross did not even see the football today. Oof. Tafoya really fucked up. Looks like kicking field goals pretty good. Now the good news is the next two teams are fairly weak. Upgrade them players. Oh, nice. Yeah, look, I'm not going to make him an elusive back. I'm just going to let him develop the way he should. Who wants to negotiate? Nope. Ooh, a 77 who's already a scheme fit. Maybe. What are my picks this year? I've got 2 first-rounders and then a third and some others. Oh, right. There's a lot of good man corners in this draft. I think we focus on that to a certain extent. Oh, John Ross literally just started playing again. Okay, that explains that issue. Let's take down the Jets. We didn't. We fucked up. God damn it. What I find really frustrating is that the players who are getting better are the ones that I don't actually want to get better necessarily. Wow, he wants very little money, does he? I'll still sweeten the pot slightly, but yeah. He'll be a nice depth player. I'm gonna wait on a lot of you guys. Actually, you know what? Scouting for tight ends isn't a bad idea either. You've got a few quality tight ends. Like, we don't need, like, super freak tight ends. We just need extras that fill important roles. This is really frustrating that certain teams just tear us apart. Yeah, disappointment is right. I should never be getting shredded by Marcus Mariota. Or sorry, Deshaun Watson's pretty good. I forgot Mariota plays for the Giants. Not the Giants. Why did I say the Giants? The Titans. The hell am I talking about? No pass, no touchdown, no passing touchdowns. Yeah, the rushing game really needs a ton of help. And he drops. Yeah, this is really bad. My #1 most effective tackler should not be a safety. We'll see what happens as we get through things here. What other position do we really need to upgrade? All of them. Fair. But, we're doing alright at a lot of the skill positions, you know. This is more about boosting the offensive line. And the problem is the really good offensive linemen never hit free agency. Which makes sense, because I would not let a great offensive lineman hit free agency. That would be stupid. Darbo I'll bring back, unless he wants like a huge raise. Okay. Can I defeat the Ravens? I can. It's just really damn close, again. Yeah, we gotta go focus on pass blocking. I don't care what the scheme says. I want a center that can block. At some point we do need an heir apparent to Baker Mayfield. Yeah, we'll scout some linebackers. Eventually, what's his face is gonna retire. If we lose to the Bills, I will be very unhappy. Okay, good. We can beat the Bills. You can kick up your field general rating a bit, sure. Let's lock up Walter. They all want more money. Just shut up. Whatever, guys. 20 million for a secondary tight end seems kinda high. I'll think about it. Keep scouting up tight ends. What do we want to take with my 2 first rounders? That's actually a really important question to ask ourselves. Defensive tackle. If we can beat the Falcons, which we didn't, but we came awfully close. We can't kick it into that second gear. That extra gear that we need to truly show that we are... Look, you don't get to claim lighting up my defense when I scored almost as many points as you did. That's not how that works, Jack. Baker Mayfield was better than Matt Ryan, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, we're not constantly rushing the football that well. The good news is John Ross is starting to really get involved in things, which is only for the best. It looks like it was mostly backup linemen who allowed the sacks. I just force win for all of them, but no. This is... I don't even know what to do at this point. He's just like awesome at everything now. Whatever. He's like, it ain't no thing. What else do I even scout? Like, do we just keep trying to get more running backs? Just to get a bit more depth? The thing is, the positions that we really need game changers are is pass rusher and quarterback, and we're amazing at both positions, so it's hard to find something that's going to inject a lot of life through the draft. I will kick Walter's salary up a bit. That's fine. Because look, end of the day, he's going to be a backup, even if he doesn't end up starting. I'm not going to sign Rose. In fact, I'm going to tell Rose he can go to hell. Same for Chris Smith. Tate McIntyre. He doesn't want that much money. He's really big, too. Okay, that's fine. A couple million for a backup player is fine as far as I'm concerned. How about a one-year deal? He really didn't like that. Okay, fine. Damn it, we gotta quit losing these winnable games. We have to stop. We have to be defeating these teams that are right around our talent level. I hate to keep investing scouting capital in wide receivers, but it's not clear to me that we've got a good enough receiving core. Otis Go Lucky? Okay. Okay, we beat the Steelers, which is a big deal. Because I think we're undefeated in the AFC North this year. Go ahead and boost your main-to-main talents. We've got to use blanket coverage until we can get the front seven up to where they need to be. Yeah, if there's 3 first-round centers, I think center's the other position I'd like to try to grab in the first round. Maybe just get a bit more depth there. Yeah, no. Nick Hundley, no. Yeah, you know what? Let's give him what he wants. Fuck it. He's good enough that he's going to be an 80 in a year or two. We lost to the Chiefs. I mean, look. Damn it, would the stupid offensive linemen get better? The problem is, offensive linemen don't get weekly goals. They only really get the year-end goals. We need to kick up their rate still further. Alright. Any other position that's really thin? Like, again, I keep saying this, but linebacker in general, I just need... Especially now that we're a 3-4. We need really good linebackers, and we need lots of them. Especially since players like Joe Schobert are getting old. Okay, so we outright destroyed the Ravens. I think we won the AFC North already. Let me check if they've given me the clinch. No, we haven't. Which is weird, because haven't I won every game in the division this year? Yeah, I'm undefeated in the division. Ah, I see. If we win, we're in. If the Bengals win, they're in. Yeah. A bunch of secondary players just got bumped a bit. They must have hit their season goals. Did I ever fill out my practice squad this year? I don't think I ever did. Oh well. I'm not going to spend any real high picks on tight ends. I mean, this really just becomes... We're using the draft to fill holes, but I think if we're going to break through to the next level, we need to use free agency. Okay. If we win, we're in. If we lose and the Bengals lose, we're in. If the Bengals lose, we're in. But I hope we can beat Carolina. We did, which means we make it. There's nothing that the stupid Bengals could do. You guys are jerks. I think I had an offensive rookie this year, or defense. Oh no, I did. Joey Plummer has had a pretty good year this year. Oh, this is highway robbery. You do not take away Myles Garrett's fucking trophies. Murder him in the face, Myles. You have my permission to remove his hamstrings. Note I did not say injure his hamstrings. I said remove them. I would like him very much not to have hamstrings anyway for this injustice. Okay. And we're one and done. That's unfortunate. I don't think a single offensive lineman got better. This is not helping. At all. Alright, first things first. Before I do anything else to finish this season, I gotta kick up the XP sliders. There we go, 200. I mean, it's got to be blatant, I guess, because otherwise there's no way that my offensive lineman will ever improve. Hey, you know, we were super competitive this year. Yeah, fuck you, Leonard Fournette. Like, how close was this? It was really close. We outgained them, but they outrushed us. We had 2 turnovers. You know what? That's what got us. Baker Mayfield threw an interception. And Ron Jones fumbled it. Damn it. That's how that'll happen. Oh, hey, I got a new contract. That's pretty cool. At least someone appreciates the job I'm doing. Any Pro Bowlers this year? I've not... Okay, there's Njoku. There's Batonio. There's Myles Garrett. Yeah, it's alright. That's what it... Play the Super Bowl this year. The Cowboys and the Jets. Cool. Like, I mean, genuinely, we need a better offensive line. I'm finding it hard to justify spending scouting points on any other position. Really, I mean, the only player who's safe right now is Joel Batonio, and even then, it's more because... Yeah. And so we begin the offseason. Was last season disappointing? It genuinely was. And what frustrates me the most is what we're being held back by. It's the offensive line. Okay. Let's get a training boost for DBs. And wide receivers. Oh, I can't do that. It'd have to be one or the other, not both. Let's get wide receivers in. We got a lot of youngsters. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what we can do differently at this point. I really think this is the model letting us down. Because if I can't get offensive linemen into the 80s, they'll never be good enough to protect Baker, and he'll keep making mistakes. In fact, here's what we're going to do. Fuck it. We're going to max out XP bonuses for offensive linemen. I expect to have one offensive lineman at least be at 80 at the end of next season. If they aren't, I will probably end the series. Or maybe see if I can find a mod or something to fix the problem. Because this is just ridiculous. Zeitler keeps getting worse. Batonio's getting worse. My offensive linemen aren't getting better. Let me just show you really quickly. Progression history. That doesn't actually show you what I thought it showed you. I mean, yeah, he's the number 10 tackle in the league, in a league of 32 teams. That's not the worst thing, but... None of these guys are breaking through and becoming 80s. I'm getting 80s at virtually every other position, even guys I drafted. Like, look at a guy like Short. I drafted him. Let's see, I think that comes under... It's under awards, isn't it? Yeah, he was my first round draft pick. And he's become an 80 plus. Let's look at other people I've drafted who become 80s already. Bulla, well, I drafted him as an 80, but nonetheless, the point still stands. He's an 80 now. Defensive players. Plummer is an 80. Kirby is an 80. Wharton's an 80. Yeah, you can develop other positions, but for some reason the offensive line just doesn't develop the way it should. And that's just frustrating for me. So if we can't solve that issue next season, I probably won't play Madden again. And maybe we'll look and see if things change with Madden 20. But if you can't develop offensive linemen, your quarterback's going to get hit a lot. Let's actually let's actually test my theory with an important stat. Which quarterback in the league got sacked the most? Because these are very mediocre stats for a player who's ranked over 90. So what I want to do is we're going to look all NFL. Who gets sacked the most? Baker's actually not as bad off as I thought. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Tyrod Taylor? Holy shit. Let's actually check out our other stats before we end the episode. I just want to see what kind of stats we're looking at for the team as a whole. Good year for Ronald Jones, not so much for Bulla. Almost 4,000 yards passing. Only 25 touchdowns. He did throw a 75-yard touchdown pass, or 75-yard pass, which is pretty sweet. Good year for Short, Ross, and Njoku and Dorsett. Who's been allowing most of the sacks? It's really everybody. There's not really any offensive linemen who consistently did their job. Which is whatever. 8.5 sacks for Myles Garrett. What is his career total at this point? You're kidding me. You don't actually give me just a career fucking total. He's got over 50 sacks, which is awesome. He's real good. Alright. Yeah, there's so much room for this offense to improve that I think that's what's holding us back. Anyway, we're going to go and call it here. Next season is going to be the make or break season. If I don't make a deep playoff run, I'm probably going to end the series. And by deep playoff run, we have to at least make it to the conference championship. Because if we don't, without being able to play without being able to play each individual game, I can't do enough to change the franchise. I can't. So we'll see what happens. Until next time, though, this has been Indian. Thank you for watching so far. And until next time, I bid you good day.